Coming to you from the cutting room in New York City at the 2022 SVG TranSPORT event. Brandon Costa from Sports Video Group. Thrilled to be joined by a good friend of SVG, Brad Cheney from Fox Sports. Brad taking part in a couple of sessions, moderating as well. Brad, wonderful to see you, sir. How you doing?
Great to be here.
I'm surprised you're here with how busy of a fall you got going on, but it's great to see you. World Series is right around the corner. NLCS is underway. You guys have the World Cup coming up. The company has midterm elections. There's a Super Bowl. I mean, when you talk about, there's a lot of things you could talk about with what you guys have in store, but when you put it through the lens of this event, transmission, contribution, how have you guys prepared for, and how are you planning on executing on such a busy stretch here?
No, we've really had kind of an amazing year so far, and normally we look at the fall as October being the busy month, and October is the busy month. But it's not just October is the busy month, it's that November and December are also busy months when you add in the World Cup. And so Kevin Callahan and Rod Conti and the fabulous team out in Qatar have landed. The fly pack is being put up and stood up and being fired up as we speak with their 60 transmission lines that come back over 100 gig circuits. So you talk about adding 60 transmission lines to both Tempe and Pico as we go forward, which is obviously massively huge. But we continue along this road of servicing the NFL, college football, and Major League Baseball, and then we walk into November with 11 college basketball games on our first day. So it just kind of keeps rolling as we get through kind of all the way through Daytona this year. So really we're kind of in a max scenario all the way through the week after the Super Bowl, and we're excited about it.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a really fun time. You guys have done a great job so far. You've moderated a really interesting talk here about the concept of connectivity in a REMI, or as you guys call them at Fox, home run production. This event was always built on the idea of getting signals from a compound on site back to a broadcast facility. What were some of your takeaways from how the conversations may be different when you're talking about all of these networks, but in a cloud or home run production kind of environment?
Well, I think the point that we kind of came out of this REMI production was that it's not just cameras back to a facility. It is literally cameras and audio back to a facility distributed to other facilities everywhere at the same time. And that's really where we're going to end up, is that REMI is not a one-way workflow. It's a multi-way workflow. It is kind of that IT world of multicast. These things are going everywhere and being reutilized everywhere. They're being reutilized by the people that we buy rights from are taking back this content and utilizing it in real time, things that we haven't seen before. And so this is kind of one of those just kind of giant snowballs going down the hill that's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just going to continue to do so.
Now, this might be the last of all of the SVG regular events that's finally back for the first time since post-pandemic. We're fortunate enough to have you involved in a lot of them, but what's it mean for the transmission community to be back in person after more than 3 years with this event going virtual?
No, look, being back with everybody in this room is phenomenal. Like, these are the people that, really make these shows get to air and make these shows work, and so it's important that we can get these groups of people together as much as we can to collaborate and discuss things. And I think that we found a perfect venue here in the cutting room. It's just dark enough for you not with us that it feels like the transmission rooms in our network centers. So it's got that good feeling to it. It's great to be back in October with everybody that's really driving this industry.
There's nothing more rock and roll than transmission, contribution, and video delivery, right? Brad, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it. Thanks for taking time, especially during such a busy time. We really appreciate you being here.
Thanks, Brandon.
All right, for more of everything going on here at the 2022 TranSPORT event, you can head on over to our site now at sportsvideo.org.